Although few bulls are sterile, subfertility is relatively common. A bull breeding soundness exam aims to identify individual infertile and subfertile bulls, allowing appropriate action to be taken. Unfortunately, the current methodology still uses paper to record the outcomes, which is inefficient and makes subsequent analysis difficult. The VetDX digital bull breeding soundness exam module offers a digital alternative to the current paper form. Let's see a vet using our platform.
Hi there, my name's Neil Eastham. I'm a farm animal vet and partner at Bishopton Veterinary Group. I'm also a director at RAF Solutions. Today I'll be demonstrating use of the VetDX app. This helps farm vets like me deliver a structured approach to pre-breeding examination in the bull. Pre-breeding examinations are important to help identify bulls that are unfit to use as breeding bulls. This may be down to physical and/or semen abnormalities. Today we've brought along our mobile lab, but equally a table set up with your equipment in a sheltered part of the shed would suffice, as long as it's free of dust and cold drafts. As you can see, an integral and, well, the first part of the process is to make sure that we've got all our laboratory equipment warming so as to not cause any thermal shock to the sample once collected. Today we're going to be using an electroejaculator to collect our semen sample from the bull. This is a very reliable way of collecting a sample. Most bulls, around 95%, will respond well to this and we'll be able to obtain a diagnostic sample. It's an easy process that doesn't mean that we need to have any females in estrus, so it's advantageous over some of the other methods of collection, like the use of an artificial vagina. Performing a physical examination of the bull is a really integral part of the pre-breeding examination. As we've got this fella into the crush, I've examined his mobility, I've assessed his body condition score, I've auscultated his heart and lungs in the crush, and I've also had a gross examination of his eyes, as well as check his dental and incisor alignment. So here we are bull side. We've got our bull into the crate or crush. He's well restrained. The floor's non-slip. We've got a rump bar in place which allows a little bit of movement backwards and forwards, which is important during the collection. But he's well restrained and hopefully I'm nice and safe as well as the vet performing the procedure. In advance of this visit, we've loaded up some basic details about the farm onto VetDX, and now I'm in a position bull side to be able to enter some details around his identification, his ear tag number, his breed, pedigree name if relevant, his date of birth as well. And I can really easily plug that into either my Android or a tablet, working either online or offline dependent on the farm. So now we'll move on to some other aspects of the physical examination, specifically focusing on some of the reproductive elements of that physical examination. We know that scrotal circumference in bulls is heavily correlated with fertility. There are certain standards that need to be met. This might be specific to individual breed. Where there aren't breed-specific values that we must meet in place, then we can use the standards as set by the Society of Theriogenology. So firstly, we should perform a visual appraisal of scrotal shape. The testes should sit within a pendulous scrotum. The scrotum should neither be straight-sided or wedge-shaped. So the skin of the testes should be smooth and elastic, and the testes should move freely within the scrotum. Testicular tone should be noted, and this should be neither hard or very soft. We need to feel each testes to check for any abnormalities, any lumps or bumps, and also examine the epididymis, starting at the head, moving down the body to the tail. We're then going to hold the scrotal neck with our thumb and forefinger and cradle the testes before measuring these testes at the widest part of the scrotum. Today I'm using a scrotal tape which allows me to apply pressure to a point that should be standardised across bulls, allowing me to take a measurement of these testicles that should be repeatable. And in this case, those are 40.5 centimetres, which is well above the pass required for a bull of this age, which is 34. So now I'm going to examine the prepuce, sheath and penis, just to check that there aren't any obvious swellings or sign of a preputial prolapse or abnormalities to that effect. I'm also going to trim off any hair from around the prepuce so that if he does ejaculate in his sheath, we're able to collect a sample with minimal contamination. So now I'm going to perform an internal examination of the bull per rectum, just to check his prostate, seminal vesicles and ampullae. Once you've located these, it's important to check that the seminal vesicles are lobular, mobile and turgid, and these should be symmetrical. I'm then going to check the prostate. The particular probe has a diameter of 75 millimeters. I'm just going to gently now, having massaged the ampullae, introduce that into the rectum and just rest the bull's tail over the probe. So now we're ready to carry out the collection itself. With the electroejaculator, you've got two choices of settings. You've got either the manual or the pre-programmed. Today I'm going to use the pre-programmed setting. So as the magnitude of the stimulus increases, we should see the bull get an erection. He should extrude his penis, and therefore we can check it for abnormalities. And hopefully we'll see that discharge change from a clear seminal fluid to a cloudy, opaque semen. So the first thing we're going to do is measure the quantity of semen collected, as well as assess the physical appearance, noting the colour. As you can see, this is a creamy sample of 6 millilitres. I'm now going to immediately look at gross motility by placing a drop of the neat semen onto a pre-warmed slide, placing a cover slip on top and placing that onto our heated stage on the microscope. Gross motility scores can be easily entered into the VetDX app. There's a very useful drop-down facility to do that. Individual progressive motility scores can easily be added to the VetDX app. So to save time back at the office, I'm now able to plug in my results from that semen evaluation directly onto the VetDX app. This is straightforward and make sure that I don't miss any important steps while still here on the farm. My name's Neil Eastham. I'm a farm animal vet, a partner here at Bishopton Veterinary Group and a director of RAF Solutions. Today we've been performing a pre-breeding examination in a bull. Carrying bulls on farm that are either subfertile or infertile is costly to the farmer, reducing reproductive efficiency and overall sustainability. These are the bulls that are going to have a negative and detrimental effect on herd productivity and profitability. Using the VetDX app guides the vet through the process of conducting a pre-breeding examination, allowing the practitioner to really focus on the important parts of the test to make sure that information is accurately and concisely recorded on farm. The app is really user-friendly and the reports are concise and clear. These can then be shared with the farmer, who can drop online to access reports from either recent testing or historic results. Use of the VetDX app ensures that all pre-breeding examinations carried out by our practice are safe and secure and accessible in a single location. Digitising the way in which we report our pre-breeding examinations has saved both time for the vet and the farmer, meaning we can turn around results quicker, and that can only be a good thing for all concerned.